You're back on the air with Eric and Robin Gagnon from We Sell Restaurants. We Sell Restaurants operates the largest restaurant brokerage company in the nation based on the number of listings, transaction count, and volume. We started the nation's largest firm over a decade ago, and today we're talking about the new Food Network series, Buy This Restaurant. It hits the airways Wednesday, February 5th at 9 p.m., so everyone is going to know what a restaurant broker does for a living. Keith, thank you so much for joining us today and taking time from your busy schedule of filming the new show, which is called Buy This Restaurant. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice to be here.
Okay, so tell me first, how can our listeners find out more about this show? Do you have your own Twitter account and social media, or do they just go to foodnetwork.com?
I don't have Twitter. I'm not the greatest social media, but I do have a Facebook account because I keep up with my kids. I've got 4 daughters. But other than that, really go to the Food Network show. I think I know it's up there. So it's Buy This Restaurant on the Food Network show. There's much more information there.
Okay, so foodnetwork.com, and our listeners are all avid foodies, restaurateurs, would-be restaurateurs, operators, owners, and everyone in the industry. So they know that domain very, very well. They'll go and pick up the information about your new show, which is Buy This Restaurant. Eric, do you have some thoughts for Keith? You want to pick his brain on?
Can you just mention Twitter and stuff like that? You're not quite, user of Twitter and everything. And, as marketing is such a big thing nowadays and everything, and you advising people, like you said, the key to success is, you got to work hard, start small, but get the sales in. What are some of the things you would recommend, new owners now aspiring to get to the next level, to grow their sales and to double or triple their purchase price in the future, like one of your clients did in the past?
Right. You're talking about existing operators, or you're talking about new buyers?
Well, either or.
Well, for existing operators, it's costs that can go out of control so easily, and it's keeping a lid on costs. And the prime costs are your food and drink and your labor. And as long as you've got those two under control, you're going to be successful, because so many people have too many staff and they don't watch how much their food is costing and the poor cost, and that's where some of the other shows like that you see on the networks are focusing on that. And I'm very much the same, but marketing is so important. You've got to have, in a business, you've got to have Facebook accounts. Twitter, I don't know, I've never used it, to be honest, I'm sorry. But marketing is so important, and you're only as good as your last game of golf. You're only as good as your last deal. So you've got to please 99% of your customers walking out the door. And all I can honestly say is you base 80% of your marketing effort on existing customers. It's much easier to market to people already coming to your dining room, whether it's future events, whether it's happy hours, whether it's, hey, next week we're doing a seafood special on a Friday, whatever it may be. You can do that through, information in the check card holder when they pay their bill. It's just base your marketing effort on existing customers, because they will return, and it's much easier to do that. So that's how I look at the restaurant business. For first-time buyers, there's plenty of opportunities. There really are. There's lots of opportunities, whether it's empty spaces, whether it's a small restaurant that really someone just wants to retire. There's always somebody wanting to retire or move on, and they want to move to something bigger. When they move to something bigger because they've been a successful restaurant owner for the last 3 or 4 years, then their first place comes on the market, and that's where the first-time buyer can go into the niche of the restaurant business. It's a great business to be in.
That is really good information. I think that will help a number of listeners who are really facing that challenge today. How do they grow that sales base? Let me ask you.
We say a lot of this on the show. They ask me questions like this on the show, so I'm very informative to all the buyers as we walk through the 3 different opportunities. We look at the location. We look at the success in the past of that location. And so they can see what they can do, what they're going to change. They'd like to do some aesthetic changes, but also some menu changes. Sometimes not to overchange the menu, because otherwise they'll lose their existing customer base. So it's tweaking things and slowly just feeling how it works. And so the whole program is very advisory, and I think the Food Network, I must commend them on such a great opportunity for people to really see the inside and outside of the restaurant business. Because most people only see it, they only see it when they go and dine. They don't actually see what it takes to operate and buy something, and that's what this whole program's about.
And on the heels of that, let me ask you about this. Our business has grown astronomically over the past 14 years, and we credit, for example, the growth of the Food Network with creating these foodies and other TV shows out there that just create this insatiable appetite for the business. So now that your show is out there and Esquire has a show and other folks are kind of glamorizing restaurant brokerage, do you think we're going to see that restaurant brokerage as a career track really take off in the United States?
Restaurant brokerage?
Yes.
Possibly, but certainly more first-time buyers and more people wanting to get into the industry, which is naturally going to help the restaurant brokerage business. We'll all feed off each other, but I just think the restaurant business, and I commend the Food Network because they're really showing what it takes to either broker the deals and open your own restaurant for the first time. And it's an exciting business to get into. So I think the show, the episodes, the series are going to be very entertaining. And I've had so many people that I've been sort of close friends, I've been telling about the show, and they say, "Oh, we always watch the Food Network. We always watch that." It's amazing how many people watch it.
Absolutely, and you're not alone because I think all of our listeners obviously, live with the Food Network and the Cooking Channel and many of the Scripps Network's individual efforts to really grow the foodie population in this country, and it's obviously working. There's 980,000 restaurants out there, and we estimate at any given time 20% of those are on the market and ready for sale. So there's obviously a monstrous opportunity for those of us in this industry to help people buy and or sell and cash in on that dream. Any last...
Yes, absolutely. In fact, the company I work for, Restaurant Realty Company, we cover the whole of California. So there's about 15, 18 of us working in the company. We're in LA, we're in Orangevale, we're in San Diego, we're in San Francisco, we're in Sonoma, Napa. My area happens to be the Sacramento Central Valley going towards Lake Tahoe. So we all talk regularly, we share ideas, we share buyers, we share sellers. So we're California's largest, and that's our company.
Great. So you have heard it here first that We Sell Restaurants, where we're talking about the new Food Network series. We want to thank Keith Simpson, the star of the new show called Buy This Restaurant. That show hits the airways Wednesday, February 5th at 9 p.m. You're on the air with Eric and Robin Gagnon. We're the restaurant brokers. Remember, We Sell Restaurants is franchising nationwide. We have offices in Florida, Colorado, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia.